Welcome. The world's 20 most beautiful cities to visit in your lifetime. Each city in every corner of the world holds its own particular beauty. What sets some cityscapes apart from the rest are their special combinations of the wildness of nature and structure of civilization. Cities possessing natural beauty, marvelous mountains, remarkable rivers, fascinating forests, or captivating coastline and human-made grandeur, astonishing architecture. Graceful green spaces, magnificent monuments, and superb structures are those that rise above the rest. These cities are particularly alluring and enchanting. Some that made the list may seem unusual while others will be on every beautiful city list until the end of time. Regardless, each of these cities is a treasure trove of stunning sights. Now let's have a look on the world's 20 most beautiful cities to visit in your lifetime. Lisbon City, Portugal. In a city that boasts sunshine 290 days of the year, there's so much beauty to behold whether it's on the edge of the beach or atop a rolling hill. The hills offer several viewing points called Miradouro throughout this historic city. Visit its most famous, Miradouro de Graça. Or the less crowded yet still radiant Miradouro de Monte Agudo and Miradouro de Senhora do Monte. For amazing architecture, visit the church and monastery of São Vicente de Fora or the Arco de Rua Augusta. Experience Lisbon's natural gifts at Cape Roca, where the land meets the sea. Or Arabida Nature Park for white sand and crystal clear water. To take in all of the sights of Lisbon, visit the Amoreiras 360 degrees panoramic view at the Amoreiras Shopping Center. One of the highest spots in the city at 174 meters above sea level, you'll get a great view of the Tagus River, the Castle of São Jorge, and many of the city's monuments. Ålesund, Norway. After a fire destroyed most of Ålesund in 1904, the city arose with astounding Art Nouveau architecture, with some of the most beautiful examples in all of Europe. Take in the gorgeous city by kayak along the Brøsund Canal, which winds through the center of the city. Take a boat along the Geirangerfjord or hike to the Mount Axla viewpoint for marvelous views of this unique location. Ålesund combines natural beauty, architectural splendor, and a rich cultural heritage, making it an enchanting destination for visitors from around the world. Whether you're interested in exploring the outdoors, immersing yourself in art and culture, or simply enjoying the coastal charm, Ålesund has something to offer. Sydney, Australia. Between the turquoise oceans and golden sands of Bondi Beach to the lush rainforest of the Ku-ring-gai Chase National Park and the bush of Royal National Park, you're never far from natural beauty in Sydney. One of the best ways to see the sights is to walk. Take the Glebe Foreshore Walk, for example, to enjoy views of Rozelle Bay and Blackwater Bay, the Sydney Harbour, and Anzac Bridge. For a more leisurely tour, enjoy a ferry or harbour cruise. Climb the Sydney Harbour Bridge, the world's largest steel arch, with Bridge Climb Sydney for pleasing panoramic views of the city and a breathtaking experience. Quebec City, Canada. Old Quebec is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and the only fortified city north of Mexico. Stroll the cobblestone streets to see the beautiful Basilica Cathedral Notre Dame de Quebec and take in the ramparts and four gates surrounding the old city. For views of the St. Lawrence River and Chateau Frontenac, walk along the Dufferin Terrace. You can also visit the Fairmont Le Chateau Frontenac on Cape Diamond, a Quebec City treasure that's been operational for more than a century. Visit the picturesque streets of Old Port and pick up a boat tour, or explore the Petit Champlain pedestrian street. For natural beauty, visit the Jacques Cartier National Park or the Montmorency Falls, a waterfall that is 30 meters higher than Niagara Falls. Amsterdam, Netherlands. With its historic buildings dating back to the 17th century Golden Age, complex canal system, and charming homes, Amsterdam is a truly stunning city. The ideal way to travel is by bike, but you can also take a boat tour of the historic Canal Ring, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Walk through Vondelpark, the largest city park in Holland's capital. Don't leave Amsterdam without taking a flight with This Is Holland. The experience allows you to see Amsterdam from above, over the canals, polders, tulip fields, the Wadden Sea, and Veluwezoom, the oldest natural park in Holland. Cape Town, South Africa. A port city on South Africa's southwest coast, Cape Town sits beneath Table Mountain, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Hike or ride a cable car to explore the mountain's flat top and take in the vibrant views of the mother city, the harbor, and the nearby prison that once held Nelson Mandela. Visit the Cape Point Nature Reserve for a chance to see the beautiful landscape, hills and rocky coastline, and wildlife like baboons and various birds. For an abundance of flora, head over to the Kirstenbosch Botanical Gardens, one of the most beautiful gardens in the world. The Victoria and Albert waterfront provides gorgeous views of the Atlantic Ocean. No matter where you go in this city, you'll get a glimpse of natural beauty. Kyoto, Japan. Kyoto's exquisite architecture and lush scenery make it a grand city. Located on the island of Honshu, Kyoto is home to many Buddhist temples and Shinto shrines, including the Kayomizudera Temple and Kinkakuji. Other jaw-dropping sites include the Togetsukiyo Bridge and the Tenryuji Temple. Visit in the spring to see the cherry blossoms or in the fall for the foliage. The Tangohanto Peninsula is a must-visit area, with its white sand beaches, rejuvenating onsen, hot springs, and superb scenery. One of the most beautiful spots in all of Kyoto is Arashiyama in the northwestern area, as it's home to a sublime bamboo grove. Prague, Czech Republic. As its nickname suggests, the city of 100 spires has an abundance of appealing architecture. The best way to experience Prague is on foot. Marvel at the many towers of Prague, like the Lesser Town Bridge Towers, the New Mill Water Tower, the Old Town Bridge Tower, and the Old Town Hall Tower, or take steps to the top of one, as each affords a distinctive view of the capital city. See the Old Town Square, the Vltava River waterfront, Baroque buildings, and Gothic churches. Stop by the astronomical clock for its hourly medieval show. Cross the Charles Bridge, a pedestrian bridge constructed in 1402 that's lined with Catholic saint statues. Paris, France. A list of beautiful cities isn't complete without Paris. The French capital is home to more than 500 parks and gardens, not to mention more than 2,000 monuments and 200 museums across its 20 arrondissements. Stroll the resplendent parks, including the Jardin du Palais Royal, Parc de la Villette, Parc de Bagatelle, and Petite Cincha. Wander along the banks of the Seine or walk the Champs-Élysées to the Arc de Triomphe. See the gargoyles at Notre Dame Cathedral. Climb to the tallest hill in Paris at the Sacré-Cœur Basilica. The Sacred Père Lachaise Cemetery is another special spot in the city. A trip to the City of Light isn't complete without delighting in the panoramic view from the top of the Eiffel Tower. Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Situated along Mexico's Pacific coast, Puerto Vallarta is a resort town known for its beautiful beaches surrounded by the stunning Sierra Madre Mountains. With both mountains and sea in view, there's enticing sights as far as the eye can see. Relax on the beach, explore the coves and reefs, and take a boat to see the bay at sunset. Walk along the Malecon Boardwalk, visit the city center and its opulent Nuestra Señora de Guadalupe Church, and venture to the eastern tip of the Quail River Island to take in the appealing art and culture of the city. Puerto Vallarta's extensive biodiversity is on display at the Vallarta Botanical Gardens. Check out the Cactus Garden, tropical fruit orchard, and the Conservatory of Orchids and Native Plants. Budapest, Hungary. One of the most stunning cities in Europe, the Hungarian capital has much to admire on both of its banks of the river Danube. Budapest is divided in two by the river, with Buda's Hills on one side, the flatter, more built-up Pest on the other, and the 19th-century chain bridge connecting them together. Ride the Buda Castle funicular. Built in 1870 and now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, up Castle Hill to Buda's Old Town for an expansive view of the Danube. Take a walk along Andrassy Avenue to experience the neo-Renaissance architecture of centuries-old homes. Sites worth seeing include Adam Clark Square, Heroes Square, Parliament, St. Stephen's Basilica, Matthias Church, and Fisherman's Bastion. After all that walking, don't forget to treat yourself to a life-changing soak in the natural hot spring spas. Budapest is home to more thermal baths than any other capital city in the world. Venice, Italy. Wend your way along the maze of Cali streets, and take in the allure of this small, unusual city built on the Adriatic Sea. You won't find traffic or tall buildings here, instead you'll see canals and narrow corridors. Visit the Rialto Bridge. One of the oldest bridges in the city, for a splendid sight of the Grand Canal. The bridge of size is also a bewitching sight. Experience the hustle and bustle of Piazza San Marco, and admire the Byzantine mosaic tile of the Basilica of San Marco. Climb the Campanile Bell Tower for a view of the city's infamous red roofs. It may seem touristy and expensive, but you won't regret taking a gondola ride to see the city by canal. Charleston, South Carolina. Lose yourself in the hidden gardens of Charleston, taking in the fine flowers and splendid scenery. Walk the cobblestone streets to see the architecture of this historic port city, including Rainbow Row, or take the Battery Promenade for views of Charleston Harbor. Waterfront Park is a beautiful place to while away the hours. Visit Middleton Place and Magnolia Plantation and Gardens to see some of the oldest gardens in America. Explore the neighboring islands for their beckoning beaches: Isle of Palms, Sullivan's Island, Folly Beach, Kiowa Island, and Seabrook Island. Visit Cypress Gardens and paddle through the mesmerizing Cypress Swamp. Hop on a boat for dolphin watching or a sunset cruise. Bangkok, Thailand. The ornate architecture of Bangkok, Thailand's capital city, is astonishing in its beauty. There are many temples that are incredible to behold, including the Wat Phra Kaew, Wat Ratchanada, and Wat Pho. In the center of the city is the Grand Palace, which displays the opulent architectural style for which Bangkok is known. Visit the Nam Tok Flyo National Park in Ampho Lame Sing, and observe the gorgeous waterfall. See the Chao Phraya River, filled with boats that travel along its canals. Climb up the only hill in Bangkok to visit Wat Saket and the Golden Mount, a sacred Buddhist temple. Climb the 320 stairs for a panoramic view of Rattanakosin Island. Travel to Thung Prong Thong, or Golden Meadow, to take in the amazing landscape of the natural mangrove forest, which seems to shine gold in the sunlight. Heidelberg, Germany. This southwestern city along the Neckar River is known for Heidelberg University, founded in the 14th century, and it's also becoming known as one of the most beautiful cities in Germany. Tour the Marktplatz in the Old Town, and visit the many public squares and gardens that can be found throughout the small, walkable city. The radiant Renaissance ruins of Heidelberg Castle and its castle gardens on Königstuhl Hill provide glorious views of Heidelberg, the river, and the nearby rolling hills. Look out across the city and you'll see Gothic churches and monasteries with their magnificent spires reaching for the heavens. Cartagena, Colombia. On the shore of the Caribbean Sea, the port city of Cartagena is one of the most well-preserved cities in the Americas. It is surrounded by archipelagos and islands, which offer more than 20 beaches to explore, including the islands of Rosario, Barú, and San Bernard. There are opportunities to go diving, allowing you to see the beauty of Cartagena under the sea. With its lush landscapes, astounding architecture, tropical climate, and beautiful beaches, this Colombian city has a little bit of everything to entice you. Walk along the Walden Old Town by the sea to go back in time with cobblestone streets, colonial buildings, and city squares. Tour the historic Castillo de San Felipe de Barajas, the India Catalina Monument, and nearby churches. Cork, Ireland. The second largest city in Ireland, Cork City is considered by locals as the real capital and considered by travelers as one of the loveliest cities in the country. Once a small settlement for monks of the Celtic monastery, it is now home to University College Cork. An ancient merchant port, the city was built on a series of islands and is Europe's last port on the edge of the Atlantic. The River Lee flows through Cork City, and you're never far from the relaxing view of the lapping water. Visit the Neo-Gothic street. Finbarr's Cathedral for grand architecture and sublime stained glass windows. Across the river is Cork City Jail, which from the outside looks like a small castle, but from the inside is nothing grand. It formerly housed prisoners. The city center is located where the river diverges, and it's a special spot to explore. Just outside the city in County Cork, you'll find the winding coastline that makes the Emerald Isle famous and the start of the Wild Atlantic Way. Madrid, Spain. Visit the Paseo del Prado and El Retiro Park, designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Casa de Campo, Madrid Rio, and Capricho Park are other spacious destinations for their gorgeous green space, but you can stroll through nearly every neighborhood and find a park, square, or community garden. You'll want to linger in Habsburg Madrid, the oldest part of the city, to see the historic Central Square, the Plaza Mayor with its pleasing porticos, and the Baroque Royal Palace, the largest royal palace in Western Europe. Be sure to incorporate a stop at the famous Sibyll's Fountain before journeying down the elegant Art Walk. Oia, Santorini, Greece. Oia, a graceful city on the northwestern point of Santorini Island along the Aegean Sea, is exquisite to behold. The blue water, sands in shades of white, red, and black. Craggy cliffs overlooking a caldera all due to the Santorini volcano make the beaches beautifully unique. Take in the beach at Amudi on Oia's harbor. Wander the streets, taking in the spectacular homes and classic windmill. Trek up to Oia's highest point, where you'll find the Byzantine ruins of the castle of St. Nicholas and an unforgettable view of the sunset. Thank you for watching. Let us know which is your favorite place to visit in the comments section, and be sure to check out the other videos in our channel.